The horse reared as the rider stopped it from moving. The enemy was near, and the animal smelled the battle that was coming. The two were experienced partners. The horse was raised for the rider, as is usual for the Garok destructors. This partnership was now more than a decade old. Rain drummed its loud beat on the armor of both rider and the mount. Thunder struck far behind, predicting the storm is just about to start. The rest of the cavalry stood lined up next to the horsemen, all hidden behind frightening helmets mimicking the wildest monster squids. The Garok Empire has been the strongest power throughout all the northern oceans for ages now. Nobody else has ever claimed this title. The Garok cavalry always prevailed every time the Dark Continent threatened the western ends. At least this is what was told by the historians in all the heavy books open for all audiences in Malmoran's great library. And this was what all those cheap bards sang in the cheap taverns serving cheap beer to unknowing people. The rider looked at his left arm protector. A long deep groove spoiled the front end. It had saved him from an orc blade when he was sent to the squid army to free up Tauren from the orc oppression. Tauren's fortress is no more, and wild orc hordes had seized the land again. He touched the deep scratches on his squid helmet above the right eye. A reptilian mace had struck his head in the oily swamps of the Stream Valley during Garok's last campaign to conquer the area. The swamp is still ruled by the dangerous Sisha clan. A heavy stomp interrupted his thoughts. The horse was ready to go. The rider felt the horse's wide back warming between his legs as the blood pressure of his mount heightened with the danger ahead closing in. The stink of the reptilians already irritated the human senses. "Hold back!" shouted the Legion commander, and the rider noted that all the horses started stomping the ground as his did. "Hold!" repeated the commander. His magically amplified voice sounded even louder, despite the continuous noise of armor clinking and the heavy, loud sound of the hooves. "Hold!" The pumping adrenaline could be felt through his voice. They were now in an adrenaline rush. Some riders made a turn with their horses to keep pace. The urge to attack was unbearable, yet still the rider had to hold back. Just seconds later, and then the releasing command roared at the same time as a lightning bolt struck the hill. "Go!" heard the rider as the blurry voice rose through the pounding thunder, and the ground started to shake under the hooves of the Garok attack wall as the assault riders came into motion.